Good morning, class. How are you? Take care of yourself. I just hope you all are fine. In previous section, we had discussed about the goals of psychological inquiry, that 5 goals, and the steps of conducting a scientific research, and the different kinds of data, and also the alternative paradigm of research. So in this section, we will discuss about the actual methods, the different kinds of methods which we use to assess human behavior, which we use to conduct any kind of research in psychological setting. So in the previous section, you read about wide variety of data that we collect in psychological studies. So all these varieties of data cannot be collected through a single method or through a one method of inquiry. So psychologists use a variety of methods like observation, experimentation, case study, survey, and correlational methods, and so many others methods to collect data. And the aim of this section is to guide you to select the method which may be appropriate for different research purpose. Okay. So basically डिफरेंट बिहेवियर के अकॉर्डिंग डिफरेंट सिचुएशंस के अकॉर्डिंग हमें ये डिसीजन लेना होता है एज अ साइकोलॉजिस्ट कि हमें कौन सा मेथड हमारे लिए अप्रोप्रिएट है, विच मेथड वी कैन सेलेक्ट इन आवर पर्टिकुलर सेटिंग. ठीक है. सो द मेन कैरेक्टरिस्टिक ऑफ दीज मेथड्स आर डिस्क्राइब इन दिस सेक्शन. So our first method is observational method. So observation is a powerful tool of psychological inquiry. It is an effective way of describing behavior. And a scientific observation differ from day to day observation is mainly so many respects. ठीक है. Basically observation is a very powerful tool. So psychological inquiry, and it is an effective method of describing behavior in our daily life. We remain busy with observing numerous things. So many things we can observe in our day-to-day life, and we do not take notice of what we are seeing or what we have seen. So we see but we do not observe. This is the difference between seeing and observation, and we remain aware of only a few things that we see daily. So have you experienced such a things? Definitely आपने भी कभी लाइफ में एक्सपीरियंस किया होगा. एंड यू मे ऑल्सो हैव एक्सपीरियंस दैट इफ यू केयरफुली ऑब्जर्व अ पर्सन और अ इवेंट फॉर सम टाइम, you come to know many interesting things about the person of the event. So a scientific observation differ from day to day observation in different terms, in different respects. So these are the selection, recording, and the analysis of data. These are the 3 steps which follow a scientific observation and which do not follow the day to day research or day to day observation. Okay. So in psychology, the observation methods basically follow 3 steps: the selection, recording, and analysis of the data. So let's understand these 3 terms in detail. So first of all, selection. So psychologists do not observe all the behavior that they encounter, or which behavior is happening in our surroundings. So rather they select a particular behavior for observation. For example, you may be interested to know how children studying in class 11th spend their time in school. 2 things are possible at this stage. As a researcher, you might think that you have a fairly good idea about what happened in school, and you might prepare a list of activity and go to the school with a view to finding out their occurrences. So alternatively, you might think that you do not know what happened in the school, and by your observation you would like to discover it. That means the selection is very important process in starting the observation method. Okay. Whenever you want to observe some behavior, you have to select it. there is so many behavior and you have to select a particular behavior for observation. Second is recording. So while observing, a researcher records this select behavior using different means, such as marking tallies for the already identified behavior, and whenever they occur, taking notes describing each activity in greater detail using shorthand or symbols, photograph, video recording, etc. That's mean how you record the particular selected behavior. You can use images, you can use prepare a video, or you can use a tally marks. ठीक है. So these are the techniques, these are the टूल्स जिसके थ्रू आप बेसिकली उस बिहेवियर को रिकॉर्ड कर सकते हो. ऑब्जर्वेशन के बाद उस बिहेवियर को रिकॉर्ड करना बहुत ज़रूरी होता है कि सपोज इन अ पर्टिकुलर टाइम पीरियड अगर एक चाइल्ड से कुछ बिहेवियर एक्सपेक्टिंग है तो वो उस टाइम पीरियड में कितनी बार वो बिहेवियर रिपीट कर रहे हैं, कितनी बार वो बिहेवियर हो रहा है. सो दिस इज़ द नीड ऑफ रिकॉर्डिंग in their cortex. Third one is a analysis of data. So after the observation have been made, psychologists analyze whatever they have recorded with a view to derive some meaning of it. ठीक है. जब हमारी selection हो गई, recording हो गई, after that हम on the basis of recording, on the basis of recorded data, we can analyze the things and we can try to find out some conclusion. So it is important to know that making good observation is a skill. A good observer is a very important characteristic for a psychologist. So a good observer knows what he or she is looking for and whom or she or he want to observe, when and where the observation needs to be made, and in what form the observation will be recorded, and what methods will be used to analyze the observed data or observed behavior. So this is the concept of observation method and the stages of observation method. Now the types of observation methods, there are basically 4 types. So basically here 2 types of observation, naturalistic versus controlled observation, and the non-participants versus participants observation. Let's look at the classification. So observation can be of these 2 types, and the naturalistic versus controlled observation. First of all, when observation are done in a natural or a real life setting, so it is called naturalistic observation. As the name suggests, the naturalistic setting here, and the observation done in a naturalistic setting, this is known as naturalistic observation. And in the case the observer make no effort to control or manipulate the situation for making an observation. In naturalistic observation, there is no manipulation can be occur, and this type of observation is conducted in hospitals, homes, schools, daycare centers, etc. So however, many times you might need to control certain factors that determine behavior, as they are not the focus of your study for this reason. So many of the studies in psychology are conducted in the laboratory. For example, if you read in box 2.2, there is an example of a study which is happening in a particular situation. So you will come to know that smoke could only be introduced in a controlled laboratory situation. So this type of observation called controlled laboratory observation, and actually is obtained in laboratory experiment. Let's look at the example. 2 American psychologists, Bibbs Latané and John Darley, conducted a study in 1970. In order to participate in this study, the students of Columbia University arrived individually at a laboratory, and they were given the impression that they would be interviewed on a certain topics, and each student was sent to a waiting room to complete a preliminary questionnaire. Some of them found 2 other people already seated in the room, while others sat down alone. Some after the students had started working on the questionnaire. So smoke began filling the room through a wall vent. The smoke could hardly be ignored. Within 4 minutes, the room contained enough smoke to interfere with vision and breathing. So Layton and Lee were primarily interested in knowing how frequently students simply got up and left the room to report the emergency. So most 75% of the students who were waiting alone reported the smoke, but those reporting in group were far less. So group consisting of 3 naive students and report it only 38% of the time. So when the students waiting with 2 other confederates, so who were interested beforehand by the researchers to do nothing, only 10% students reported smoke. दैट्स मीन द ग्रुप इन्फ्लुएंस आवर बिहेवियर. ठीक है, जब आप एक ग्रुप में थे तो आप स्मोक की रिपोर्टिंग उतना नहीं कर रहे थे ड्यू टू सम कॉन्सेप्ट लाइक पोलराइजेशन एंड there is also a concept of conformity. Okay, so in this you have noticed that when the person is alone and they are doing nothing, they can more notice the smoke. Okay, so in this study you can say this is an experiment conducted in a laboratory setting, which is an artificial setting. So this is another type of observation. So there is a 2 type of observation, naturalistic versus control. Naturalistic observation, which kind of observation which is conducted in a natural setting, in a natural atmosphere, and there is a no manipulation. And control observation happen in a laboratory setting, in an artificial setting where the manipulation is possible. Second category is non-participants versus participants observation. So non-participants observation, one, you may decide to observe the person or event from a distance. To the observer may become part of the group being observed, and in the first case the person being observed may not be aware, so that he or she is being observed. For example, you want to observe the pattern of interactions between teachers and students in a particular class. So there are many ways of achieving these goals. You can install a video camera to record the classroom activities, which you can see later and analyze. Alternatively, you may decide to sit in a corner of the class without interfering or participating in their everyday activity. So this type of observation is called non-participants observation. A observation in which a observer is never be a part of that particular group of that particular person. So this is kind of non-participants observation. Okay. So the danger in this type of setups is that the very fact that someone is sitting and observing may bring a change in the behavior of student and the teacher. When a person know that he or she can be so definitely his or her behavior is changed. Okay, the natural behavior is not occurring. So this is a limitation of non-participants observation. So in participants observation, the observer become a part of the school or the group of people being observed. So in participants observation, the observer takes some time to establish a rapport with the group so that they start accepting her or him as one of the group member. However, the degree of involvement of the observer with the group being observed would vary depending upon the focus of the study. So basically, second type of observation, that means participants observation. In this, the observer can be establish a rapport with a group who जिसे वो observe करने जा रहा है, and after few days or after few time, when the group is accepting the observer as a group member, after that the observation should be started. So advantage of the observation method is that it enables the researchers to study people and their behavior in a naturalistic situation. There are some limitations and some advantages of observation methods. So the advantages of observation method is, first is scientific and systematic method. So definitely the observation method is a very scientific and systematic method. When you do the selection, recording and the analysis of data, if you follow the 3 steps accurately, the method is very much scientific and systematic. Second is convenience of 4 different methods. Okay. So this method is very easy and simple and very convenient for any purpose. And look at the disadvantage. So susceptible to observer bias, okay, because the observer is a only person who can observe this behavior and who can explain the whole phenomena. So maybe there is a observer bias. The observer's personality, the observer's attitude and the observer's thoughts is definitely influence the data. Next is observation method is time consuming method and the observer should be proper trained. ठीक है, जो ऑब्जर्वर होता है उसे प्रॉपर ट्रेनिंग की रिक्वायरमेंट है और उसे वेल ट्रेंड और वेल एजुकेटेड होना चाहिए. सो दिस इज द last limitation or disadvantage of observation methods. So this is all about observation methods. There are 3 steps: selection, recording and analysis of the data. There are 2 types: naturalistic versus controlled observation and non-participants versus participants observation. And these are few limitations and merits. Now move to the second method, which is experimental method. Experimental method is basically derived from the natural sciences. As like in natural sciences, there is a cause-effect relationship between 2 events or 2 variables, which is known as our behaviors. So experiments are generally conducted to establish cause-effect relationship between 2 sets of event or variable in a controlled setting. The very important thing is here is control setting, the laboratory setting or the control setting. So it is a carefully regulated procedure in which changes are made in one factor and its effect is studied on another factor. The one variable can be affected the other. So while keeping other related factors constant in the experiment. Cause is the event being changed or manipulated and effect is the behavior that changed because of the manipulation. That means the cause is a one behavior or a one variable which can be manipulated by the experimenter, and the effect is a consequences, a result, a outcome to the manipulation of the cause. Okay. So this is the relationship between the cause and effect. So there is a basic concept of variable. What is a variable? Here we can use the term variable. We can explain all the experimental method through the variables and the IV and the DV. So first of all, here need is to understand the concept of variables and the IV and the DV. So let's start with variables. So basically any stimulus or event which varies, which can be varied, that is a variable. It takes on different values or changes and can be measured okay. So any kind of things, any kind of behavior which can be changed, which can have some values, which can be varied, this is known as variables. So there are 3 type of variables: independent variables, dependent variable and relevant variable or extraneous variable. So basically an object by itself is not a variable, but its attributes are variable. For example, the pen that you use for writing is not a variable, but there are different shapes and different size की जो pens है, different colors की जो pens है, these are variables. The different kinds of varieties are known as variables. Okay, the room in which you are sitting is not a variable, but its size is as there are rooms in different sizes. So the height of the individual is another variable. The different sizes of room is another variable. So there are so many kinds of variable. For example, intelligence, there is a high intelligence, low intelligence. So this is this is the variations between psychological attributes. So these are called variables. That means something which is which can be changed, which can be manipulated. These are variables. Simply any event, any situation, any behavior. So variables are of many types, basically 3 types. So we will first of all discuss the independent variable. Independent variable is that variable which is manipulated or altered, or its strength is varied by the researcher or by the experimenter, and it is the effect of this change in the variable which the researchers wants to observe or note in the study. So in the experiment conducted by Layton and Diary, जो आपने experiment अभी previously study किया, so the researchers wanted to examine the effect of the presence of other person, the influence of the group. So on reporting of the smoke, the independent variable was presence or absence of the other person in the room. Okay, so IV क्या है यहाँ पे? Independent variable in this experiment which is given in box 2.1, the presence or absence of other persons. This is the manipulation. If the person are presented, it can be influence our behavior. This is the one condition. And if the persons are absent, they can be not influence our behavior. This is the second setting or second situation. So this is the variations. That in the presence and the absence of the persons is our IV in the room. So the variables on which the effect of independent variable is observed is called dependent variable. So what is dependent variable? Basically a variable or a condition of an event on which the effect of independent variable is observed and measured. This is known as dependent variables. Okay. For example, the level of anxiety is dependent variable which is affected by increase in the level of peer pressure. Okay. So here is a given. So dependent variables represent the phenomena the researcher desired to explain, and it is expected that changes in the dependent variable will ensue from changes in the independent variable. The changes in dependent variables depend on the changes in independent variables. So the frequency of reporting of smoke in the above case was the dependent variables. Okay. When you are notice the smoke and you can report by the smoke. So this is the concept of dependent variable. Now one must remember that independent and the dependent variables are interdependent. Neither of them can be defined without the other. That means the independent variable basically a cause, and the dependent variable is basically a effect. Okay. So there is a cause and the effect relationship. The cause can be manipulated and their effect is noticed on dependent variables. Okay. So other also independent variables chosen by the researchers is not the only variable that influence the dependent variable. Any behavior or event contains many variables. The human behaviors are complex. So there are so many other factors, so many other variables which can be influence the dependent variables. So any behavioral event contains many variables. So it also takes place within a context. So independent and the dependent variables are chosen because of the researcher's theoretical interest. So however, there are many other relevant or extraneous variables that influence the dependent variables. So there is the concept of extraneous variable or the relevant variable. Why this is extraneous variable? Because हम उसे स्टडी से extraneous उसको अलग रखते हैं. ठीक है. इंडिपेंडेंट एंड डिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल को हम स्टडी में स्टडी करते हैं बेसिकली एक रिसर्च में, और एक्सटीनियस वेरिएबल को हम उस स्टडी से एग्जिस्ट करते हैं, बाहर रखते हैं. ठीक है. एंड रेलिवेंट बिकॉज इट्स रेलिवेंटली इन्फ्लुएंस द डिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल. अगर वो स्टडी में मेंशन होता है, स्टडी में रहता है, तो वो डेफिनेटली डिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल को इफेक्ट करेगा. दैट्स व्हाई दिस इज रेलिवेंट वेरिएबल. नाउ लुक एट द डेफिनेशन. सो बेसिकली extraneous or the relevant variable is variable other than independent variables which define the dependent variable and influence the research of the study and make the interpretation of findings difficult. Okay, so any variable which can be influenced the dependent variable is extraneous or relevant variables. Now here the concept of experimental group and the control group. In every study, in every research, there are two groups which are basically our data, our sample, जिस पे basically हमारी study conduct होने जा रही है. So there is a two type of groups. First one is experimental group, second is control group. So in experiments there are two type of groups or two types of data groups, which are experimental groups and the control group. So experiments generally involve one or more experimental groups and one or more control groups. And an experimental group is a group in which members of the group are exposed to the independent variable or manipulation of the independent variable. And the control group is a comparison group that is treated in every way like the experimental group, except that the manipulation variable or the except the introduction of the IV, that means the independent variables. Okay. So for example, in the study by Darley, there were two experimental groups and one control groups. As you may have noted, the participants in the study were sent to three types of room. In one room, no one was present. This is a control room. And in the other two rooms, two persons were already seated in one experimental group and of the two experimental group. And one group was instructed not to do anything when smokes filled in the room. So there is two experimental group and one control group. Control group is those group who have not anybody presented in the room. ठीक है, उस ग्रुप में जो कि एम्प्टी रूम में सीटेड था वो कंट्रोल ग्रुप था हमारा. बाकी दो एक्सपेरिमेंटल ग्रुप थे जहाँ पे एक में दो पर्सन सीटेड थे ऑलरेडी और एक और जहाँ पे इंस्ट्रक्शन दिया गया था कि यहाँ पे स्मोक्स नहीं अवेलेबल है. Okay, so the other group was not given any instruction. So after the experimental manipulation had occurred, the performance of the control group measures in terms of reporting of smokes was compared with that of the experimental group. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे basically control group को compare किया गया with the experimental group. So it was found that the control group participants reported in maximum numbers about the emergency and followed by the first experimental group. So members were the participants were not given any instructions, and the second experimental group consisting of confederates reports the emergency situation the least. That means the result of the study, the result of the research is that कि उस ग्रुप जहाँ पे दो पर्सन ऑलरेडी प्रेजेंटेड थे और उस सेकेंड एक्सपेरिमेंटल ग्रुप जहाँ पे कोई भी इंस्ट्रक्शंस नहीं दिया गया था, उनका जो इमरजेंसी सिचुएशन रिपोर्ट करने का रेशियो था, अमाउंट था, वो लेस था इन कंपैरिजन टू कंट्रोल ग्रुप जहाँ पे कोई भी पर्सन अवेलेबल नहीं था. सो इट शुड बी नोटेड दैट इन एन experiment except for the experimental manipulation, other conditions are kept constant for both experimental and the control group. So basically in any experiment, in any research, there are two type of group. First one is experimental group. Experimental groups are those group who are introduced to the IV, the independent variables, and they should be manipulated by the experimenter. And the control group are those group who are treated in the same manner as like experimental group, but except the introduction of the IV. एक्सपेरिमेंटल ग्रुप कंट्रोल ग्रुप में हम इंडिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल को नहीं इंट्रोड्यूस करते हैं. दैट्स मीन द मैनिपुलेशन इज एब्सेंट इन द कंट्रोल ग्रुप. सो कंट्रोल ऑल दोज हियर द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ अगेन रेलिवेंट वेरिएबल्स. you know the experimental manipulation and other conditions are kept constant for both experimental and control group. ठीक है, कुछ because of we know the effect of the manipulation of the IV on DV, so we have to kept constant for all the conditions, all the relevant variables for in both the group, the experimental groups also and the control group also. So control all those relevant variables which can influence the dependent variables. For example, the speed with which smoke started entering the room, the total amount of smoke in the rooms, and physical and the other condition of the rooms were similar in case of all the three groups. ठीक है. So these are the conditions which are maybe the relevant variables. जैसे हमें इस स्टडी में जो कि किया गया था इनके लिए, वहाँ पे हमने बाकी सारे जो भी रेलिवेंट वेरिएबल्स थे उनको कंट्रोल किया. विच आर द कौन कौन से हो सकते हैं वो रेलिवेंट वेरिएबल्स? द स्मोक इन द रूम, द अमाउंट ऑफ द स्मोक, एंड द फिजिकल एंड द अदर कंडीशंस ऑफ द रूम, एंड स्टार्टिंग एंटरिंग द रूम. ठीक है, कहाँ से स्टार्ट हो रहा है स्मोक. सो दीज आर द रेलिवेंट वेरिएबल्स. सो द डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ पार्टिसिपेंट्स टू एक्सपेरिमेंट इन द कंट्रोल ग्रुप वॉज डन रैंडमली. यहाँ पे रैंडम असाइनमेंट यूज़ किया गया रेलिवेंट वेरिएबल्स को कंट्रोल करने के लिए. सो अ मेथड दैट इंश्योर दैट ईच पर्सन हैज़ एन इक्वल चांस ऑफ बीइंग इंक्लूडेड इन एनी ऑफ द ग्रुप. ठीक है. सो basically random assignment or the randomly assigned people, this is the technique, this is the method which we use for equal chances to attending the peoples in a both group. Okay, if in one group the experimenter had included only males and in the other group if in one group the experimenter had included only males and in the other group females, then the results obtained in the study could be due to the differences in the gender, or rather than due to experimental manipulation. This is the due to gender discrimination or due to gender. This is not the result for manipulation of the IV. So all relevant variable in experimental studies that might influence the dependent variable need to be controlled. That's mean the all relevant variables जो कि इफ़ेक्ट कर सकते हैं हमारी DB को, उसे हमें थ्रू द रिसर्च इन द पीरियड ऑफ रिसर्च हमें उन्हें कंट्रोल करना पड़ता है. सो दीज आर ऑफ 3 मेजर टाइप्स. बेसिकली जो 3 टाइप्स होते हैं रेलिवेंट वेरिएबल्स के, वो कौन कौन से होते हैं? लेट्स लुक एट द टाइप्स ऑफ रेलिवेंट वेरिएबल. सो हियर basically 3 type of extraneous variable. First one is organismic variable, the organismic characteristics, the attributes which may be influence the experiment, like anxiety, intelligence, personality, habits, interest, motivation, and so many others. Second is situational or environmental variables, for example such as noise, temperature, humidity, and so many others. And sequential variables, the sequence related variables assume significant. ठीक है. That's mean like we can introduce a questionnaire, so we can show it and as A B C D. So this is the sequence. So maybe जब हम A अटेंड कर रहे हैं उस टाइप हमारा मोटिवेशन लेवल हाई है, इंटरेस्ट लेवल हाई है, सो दैट्स वाई वो हमारे परफॉर्मेंस को इन्फ्लुएंस कर रहा है. एंड जब हम C और D तक आते हैं तो हमारी स्पीड स्लो हो जा रही है, हमारा अवेयरनेस लेवल थोड़ा सा लैक हो रहा है. सो उस टाइम पे मे बी इन्फ्लुएंस द सीक्वेंस. ठीक है. सो जब हम A B C D इन्फ्लुएंस कर रहे हैं उस टाइम पे अगर हम C D E A ऐसे कुछ अपोजिट में इंट्रोड्यूस कर लें या रैंडमली उसे यूज़ करें, सो सीक्वेंस वेरिएबल्स में बी कंट्रोल्ड. So the sequential related variables assume significance when the participants in experiments are required to be tested in several conditions. Exposure to many conditions may result in experimental fatigue or practice effect. So these are the effects like fatigue, practice effect, which may influence the result of the study and make the interpretation of the finding difficult. That means there are 3 type of variable, 3 type of relevant variable. Organismic, that's mean related to organismic or individual characteristic. Environmental, environment से related जो भी characteristic है. थर्ड वन इज इसे हम कंटेंट रिलेटेड वेरिएबल्स भी कह सकते हैं. ठीक है. या कंटेंट रिलेटेड प्रॉब्लम्स लाइक सीक्वेंस या जो भी आपका स्टडी मटेरियल है, जो कंटेंट है. फर्स्ट इज इंडिविजुअल से रिलेटेड, दूसरा हो गया सिचुएशन से रिलेटेड, तीसरा जो हम स्टडी कर रहे हैं उसकी जो कैरेक्टरिस्टिक है, ठीक है, उसका सीक्वेंस से रिलेटेड प्रॉब्लम है या उसके कंटेंट से रिलेटेड चीज़ें हैं, तो वो हमारा रेलिवेंट वेरिएबल हो सकता है. सो दीज आर 3 टाइप्स. नाउ मूव टू दी बेसिक टेक्निक्स ऑफ controlling the extraneous variables. You know the extraneous variable is very harmful for the पर्पज़ ऑफ रिसर्च, ठीक है, हमारे रिसर्च में ये बहुत हार्मफुल हो सकते हैं क्योंकि हमारे ये आईवी की इफ़ेक्ट को इन्फ्लुएंस कर देते हैं और डीवी को इन्फ्लुएंस करते हैं। आईवी के इफेक्ट को डीवी पे नहीं आने देते बल्कि अपना इम्पैक्ट डालते हैं डीवी पे। सो दैट्स वाई इन्हें हमें कंट्रोल करने की ज़रूरत होती है। सो दीज आर 5 बेसिक टेक्निक्स टू कंट्रोल एक्सट्रेनियस वेरिएबल. First one is elimination, second is holding the behavior constant, third is matching, and next is counterbalancing technique, and last one is a random assignment or randomization. Okay, so let's look at these techniques one by one. These techniques are basically 5 techniques, but this is not the limit. So many other techniques which we can use in our research, and these techniques we will discuss in a next video. Now this is time for homework. Note down your homework. Page number 32, activity 2.2. So you have to do this activity in your homework. Okay class, thank you.